guys, right behind me is a 1999 Bayside Blue R34 GTR Vspec. This is one of the craziest R34s that I've ever had the pleasure of driving. Let's get right into why this car is so special behind me. So this car has 62,000 miles on it, and it is on the exterior. You can immediately see the Z-Tune full body kit. So it has the carbon Z-Tune front bonnet, it has a Z-Tune front bumper and the Z-Tune fenders. Look at this paint, it is immaculate. This whole car has been paint corrected and ceramic coated stage 3. It is just gleaming and glossy in the sunlight. This car is also paired with the Nismo side skirts. It's also paired with the Nismo rear spats. The superior auto wing risers are such a must on a lot of these cars because what it does is it gives it that mean stance from the rear, and it also gives you really good visibility from the inside. This car also has the dry carbon Nismo rear wing blade, which is super sick. The car also has Nismo LEDs, brand new badges, brand new lights. It has the 19-inch LMGT4 gloss Nismo wheels, which are really sick on this Bayside Blue. It's got brand new badges, the GT badges here. It has the dark Nismo smoked corner lenses, which is really nice with this Bayside color. It has brand new headlights. It's got these beautiful eyelids, which was an OEM option, and the front Nismo smoked bumper lights as well, which looks great with the Bayside Blue. This is a prime example of a car that is full turnkey. And when I mean turnkey, I mean everything is done on this car. Even the brake system. These brakes are the Brembo GT Gran Turismo big brake kit, which is something that you need when you have this type of power on this car. They look amazing with this paint, and they look amazing with this car. The car is also lowered on Tane full adjustable coilover suspension, and it's just sitting perfect. Let me look at this side stance. It's amazing. It looks amazing. This is just one of those cars that is so legendary. Fully registered and titled in Montana. Beautiful. It's got a Ganador Racing exhaust system, which you guys will see how amazing it sounds just in a second. I would say this is the top 3 best sounding R34 GTR that I've ever had the pleasure of driving. So this is just, I can't wait to show you guys how it is. But look how immaculate the paint is. This car is just beautiful. And of course, that carbon front lip on the Z-Tune bumper with the Nismo intercooler, it just makes the car look so menacing from the front. This is a prime example of a Bayside Blue V-Spec here in Los Angeles that is fully done up and ready for purchase. Let's check out the interior. So the interior from here looks pretty factory, but it has some really amazing tidbits that you guys should be aware of. You're gonna see the brand new kick panels here, which is a must for all GTRs. You're gonna immediately notice the Nismo front and rear leather seat covers, which is, in my opinion, one of the best interior modifications you can do on a V-Spec one. It looks amazing, and it's very comfortable, okay? This car also has the Mines armrest, the Mines e-brake handle and boot. It's got a custom titanium Nismo shift knob. It has the Nismo cluster, which is discontinued now. And you're gonna notice something here, which is really cool, that I might point out. You're gonna notice this aftermarket multifunction display. And you're gonna notice this little keypad here. Now, why would a Vspec or R34 GTR have that? Well, you can only get stuff like that if you're on a full engine, if you're on a full standalone engine management system, and this car happens to be on a Haltech 2500 Elite. When I said this car was fully done, I really mean fully done. Even the headliner is Alcantara, which is a really cool thing because the factory V-Specs come with this kind of ugly tannish. This is really sick because it's already Alcantara. All these things are already black. So this car is fully ready to go. Let's start the car up so you guys can hear it. Right off the bat, you're gonna see the multifunction display. Now this is a custom multifunction display. It's really sick. It has your air fuel ratio over there. It's got your boost level and your oil pressure, and obviously your coolant temperature, which is super sick. It also has this little cool Haltech keypad. Now the cool thing about this for one of you guys is you can set up these keypads to do basically whatever you want. They are labeled here like anti-lag, launch control. You can change your different boost settings. This is, I believe, the middle setting is about 22 pounds. And then the third setting is 25 pounds. And then the first setting here is about 18 pounds of boost, which is really cool because at this high level, you're looking at close to 580 wheel horsepower on this car, which is really nice. But I like to keep it in this middle, just nice, the sweet 22 pounds of boost. You're getting about maybe 530 wheel horsepower, which is more than enough for this car. Let's hear how it sounds. This car just sounds insane. It's got this aftermarket radio, all the speakers work.
She said, "Babe, come meet me at the salon. I'm on P Street. She know I'm pulling up BP. 10 presidential, no DC."
Hey, at least you have Bluetooth, and at least you have Bluetooth in this car and some audio. This is really cool. What we've done to this car is if you go into reverse, this car has a rear view camera, which is really cool. So that's also a really cool option in this that these cars just don't come with. It also has the Nismo floor mats, which really make this car look even better. An even cooler thing on this car, I would say, that you don't really see on much V-Specs, but the whole carpet has been replaced and brand new. These carpets generally come gray, but we put brand new black carpet in here, and the whole car has been dynomatted and sealed, so the road noise really goes away with that. So it just looks amazing. It's, in my opinion, it's a really updated version of what this car should look like. Now here is where we get into the brass tacks of the whole car, guys. If you listen closely, you can hear the turbo still spinning. If you guys hear closely, that's the sound of the turbine wheels still spinning. Now check this out, guys. Every time this hood gets popped, people's jaws just completely drop to the floor. Now, you're gonna notice this is not a factory RB26 looking engine bay. And there's a lot that's been done. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice that the whole engine bay is painted. That's because this motor was ripped out of the car. Everything was stripped on the car. The whole engine bay was painted Bayside blue, because a lot of them, actually every 1999 V-Spec Bayside blue, the engine bay comes factory this satin black, and it doesn't make the engine bay pop. But we've taken the motor out, painted the whole engine bay, and the motor got a complete rehaul and refresh. We opened the motor up, it got hot tanked. The motor has a brand new Nismo N1 crankshaft. It's got a brand new Nismo N1 oil pump. Everything's been refreshed with the coils, the coil packs, the spark plugs, all the tensioner rods, the cam seals, the oil. Everything has been flushed and redone on this factory motor. It's got HKS cams in here with cam gears. You're gonna see the big giant Turbonetics turbo. Right off the bat, you're gonna see this Greddy fuel rail. It's got 1600cc injectors here. It's got the Greddy intake manifold, tile blow-off valve, and tile wastegate. And you guys are gonna see this combo, how freaking amazing it sounds. Coil radiator just to cool things down, and obviously the Nismo intercooler. This car, like I said, makes upward of 580 wheel horsepower. And for an all-wheel drive manual car, it is more than enough that you guys, that I think is perfect for this specific, for this specific chassis. This car is, again, fully tuned on Haltech 2500 Elite ECU. It's got a bunch of cool modes where you can go from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive just with a push of a button. This car is so sick, and I can't wait to take you guys for a ride. Of course, one thing to really note here is that all R34 GTRs come with the ability for clutchless start. So you're gonna get that here. What do you guys say we go for a drive? Yes, this car has air conditioning as well. Very necessary. You're gonna get the benefits of a full race car style with street car vibes with a full air conditioning in here. But just for the sake of the sound and how beautiful this car sounds, let's go ahead and roll these windows down. This car, with all this power, you would think it has this crazy racing clutch on it. But this car is equipped with a Nismo Copper Mix, Super Copper Mix twin plate clutch. And I know that's a mouthful for a lot of you, but the point is it can handle up to 700 horsepower, and it has the feeling of a stock clutch, which is really amazing. So the suspension is fully dialed in. Let's go for a rip. Off the bat, you guys are already probably grinning behind the screen, but trust me, I am grinning even more. This car drives amazing, guys. This car drives and sounds amazing. To be honest, it almost drives like a stock car, but it has that power and feel of a fully built 34. Now, this car is really cool because obviously it's tuned on the full Haltech, but what that means is there's a lot of cool features you can really customize on the car. For instance, at about 5,000 RPM, if I barely tap on the gas, it will do a bunch of burbles and backfires. Now that's really fun for the kids and the crowds, but it's not, it's kind of, you don't want it on the whole time, but it's kind of cool to have that option. I'll show you guys what I mean by that right now. What it does. Doing this with one hand is really tough because the car will get a little squirmy. Sounds insane, guys. Insane. This is, I have to say, it's one of the sickest sounding 34s I've ever been. I keep saying that in this video, but you guys can hear it for yourself. It is freaking insane. Cool thing about this is you can drive it normal and cruise it. I mean, these cars, you don't have to go super fast at all for it to be a vibe. I mean, it's really, you can just regular cruise it here, no problem. There's no drone in the car, no overheating issues. It's a really hot day today. I hope you guys can really hear what I'm hearing. I hope you guys can really hear what I'm hearing in the car right now, because this is music to my ears. You don't really need the radio. Who needs a radio when you have a car like this? Well, that concludes this test drive, but I will tell you guys this. If you guys want this car, super simple process. It's already titled and registered. It is legal here in the US. So you purchase it, transfer the title to whatever state you want, and that's it. This car is fully yours. It is EPA exempt because it's over 21 years old. Yeah, this is a really, really good example of a Bayside Blue V-Spec out there, guys. So I'm gonna end this video with some cool rolling clips so you guys can see this car in action outside of the car, and hopefully you could be the lucky one to own this car.